Welcome everyone back to the channel. Today is going to be a bit more of a quick talk video while driving. I just came up with this idea and I really want to explain the true meaning of being a full-time, in a sense, I guess, content creator or, social media person. It's not all, fun and games all the time. There are struggles, there are hassles, there are stresses, there are things that you cannot control, i.e. your views, your engagement, comments, shares, likes, all of that stuff. Don't sit there and get stressed out about things that aren't going to plan, because you can't plan everything when it comes to this content creation business. One thing you can plan is obviously collaborations, who you're working with, what brands you want to take up on, how much you want to get paid. Now again, that can vary. Some brands will pay you, some brands will say, no, we don't have the budget. Will you do a free product and all that stuff? Now, while there is some benefits of doing the free product, a lot of the time, if you are full-time, you need the money, obviously, to pay your bills. So the free product isn't always a positive. Like, you'll get MSI, for instance. I worked with MSI before. They sent me out a graphics card. It was to keep, wasn't paid. I made the video. There we go. That was done. They then reached out again, and it was for a £30 mouse. They weren't paying. It was, again, just to make content. Now, in my mind, I kept thinking, it's MSI. It's going to be such a good video. It's going to gain a lot of views. It's going to build traction on my account. It didn't. It flopped. It was shit. The mouse was terrible. And then the worst thing of it all, they emailed saying, when can we have the mouse back for collection? So they wanted the mouse to be sent back to them. And I thought, it's a £30 mouse. You're a multi-millionaire company and you can't even afford, one, to pay your creators who are making content to promote your stuff. Two, allow them to keep a product which you'll probably write down off as expenditures anyway, and then they might be able to sell later on to make some sort of income from doing what you're doing. So there's a lot of companies out there that will use this and be like, oh, but if you work with us because we're Acer or we're MSI, we're Alienware, we're big name brands, you're going to get a lot of exposure. It's a load of shit. It's really not going to work that way. You have to be tough when it comes to this sort of stuff. Stop letting them use and rinse creators just because they can, because people think it's going to get them some sort of exposure. Now, the second thing is payments. A lot of the time, everyone is like relying on a month-to-month basis, and with content creation, you've got contracts that are going for 30 days. You've got contracts that could even go up to, I've seen 90 days. The video must be posted and kept on the account for up to 90 days before a payment is released. Now, that is ridiculous. Make sure in your contracts that you've got a clause saying at a minimum a 30 days period, and after that, if it's not been paid, you will then take a percentage extra as a late fee. So make sure you've got all of this set up if you are going to look down the routes of paid brands and stuff. But for me, this month's been a bit stressful. Last month was such a good month. I made over $2,000 working with about 3 or 4 companies. This month I found out a lot about other companies. I've got this group of friends that we all communicate together and explain how much people are paying. And I actually found that I was working with Temu, and I thought, what was a good deal? £50 a video for 20 videos. I was about £1,000 a month, if you will. If I could get the 20 videos out, it was £1,000 a month. That's a good salary every month. What I didn't realise is I was absolutely being butt fucked, basically, when I came to find out that a lot of these other creators are doing about 5 videos a month, and they're on about £300 to £600 per video. Sitting there on £50 a video. It was wild to me that I'd been used that much. So I did go back to Temu and I said, look, this is the situation. I want to reiterate what's going on here, and I want to change this agreement. Hopefully they're going to get back to me about it and say, £200 a video, even that. £200, 5 videos, it's £1,000, it's the same payment, it's just less. And they would still give me the benefit of having a £300 to £400 personal spending budget. That for me would be a good deal, because yes, my engagement's slow and so forth, so it's very hard to pinpoint how much you should be getting when your views are up and down, because again, you can't control this. So this is the real definition of being a content creator. It is not always, oh, look at me, I've been sent to an event, look at me, I've been paid this much, look at me, I'm getting all these products. In total, it's probably more stressful doing this than a 9-to-5 job. The amount of times I've said to people, I'd love to go back to a 9-to-5 because I've got structure, I've got a time that I can shut off, and I've got a salary every month that I know is going to be paid. But then they come back and say, yes, but when you're ill, you have to ask to stay in bed. You're not allowed to just be ill. If your daughter or son has a assembly at school or a school sports day, you have to ask for the day off. You can't just go. If someone in your family has a birthday, you have to ask for the day off. You can't just go. If someone is died, you have to ask to go to the funeral. Like, it's that sort of stuff that makes me go, do you know, I'm glad I'm in this sort of job role. I get to go home, I get to spend time with my wife, my kids, I get to just enjoy living and still being able to reap the benefits, I guess, of being paid doing this. There are some benefits, like for doing content creation, not always glitter and sparkles. I just wanted to make this video and say, you know, if you are going into content creation, don't look at it one-lined. Read both sides of the story, because it's not always going to be the best for you. The thing is, 89% of people that work from home basically say their mental state just isn't good. So if you are already not sort of mentally stable, this job line is not for you. I can guarantee in a month of being locked up in your office, just grinding, you won't make it. So just be mindful of that. And I wish you all the best if you are joining this content creation journey. Feel free to message me and ask me anything about content creation or anything like that. And, you know, let's just start a conversation. I do appreciate everyone that's on this channel and the views and the people that are coming through. Let's make a community. Let's just be, you know, truthful to the point. No more bullshitting, no more cutting around the corners. Let me tell you exactly how much I've made, how many views I got from doing this, how much, you know, that's why I want it to be transparent to the bare minimum. But anyway, I love you all. Thank you again for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff. My name's Callum Chesters. Capture, create, captivate, and I'll see you all in the next video.